Hey girl. Hello, my beautiful Aries. How are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca, and today I'm going to be doing your weekly general reading this week. Now, I also, Aries, do your weekly love reading between you and your soulmate, which I'll leave a link to over here for you to check out at a later point, Aries. But when it comes to any of my readings, rely on your intuition, because put it in perspective, Aries, and just demand readings and tarot cards to you. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could, so take the cards that resonate with you and leave what doesn't, because I promise you I'm not going to be offended by it whatsoever, Aries. Apologize. If you find some cards that resonate with you, Aries, be sure to let me know in the comments below. I love hearing y'all's aha moments that you have with the cards. That's how I keep up with y'all, is through the comments. And then also be sure to give my video a like and subscribe if you do enjoy this reading, because it does help out my channel a lot, Aries, and I always am super appreciative when you guys take the time to do that for me. And then also, Aries, this reading is just here to give you some perspective this week. I'm not here to make a decision in your life, because this is your life to live and not mine. I'm just here to hopefully give you some food for thought. But with all that being said, let's get into your reading now. The overall energies that we have going on for you, Aries, is the Justice card as well as the Three of Wands. Looking at the back of the deck energy, this is kind of probably encompassing your Ten of Pentacles, so your stability, you know, maybe like your home life, your work life, perhaps, right? Whatever your, with the Justice card and the Three of Wands, it's almost just like, I don't know, Aries, for some of you guys, maybe you feel like you're out of balance of some sort, or maybe you feel like you need to get your life on track, is what I'm getting in some type of way, trying to figure out like the next big move for you that will serve your Ten of Pentacles, your home life in some type of way. Maybe for some of you guys, because I do kind of associate the Three of Wands, Aries, as like the kind of like the midlife crisis card almost. Where it's just like, oh, what am I doing with my life? What is the, like, what should I be doing? What is the next right move, right? But yeah, when it's encompassing this justice energy, maybe for some of you guys, like, it's kind of like a questioning of like life purpose. What are you trying to do? Like, what are you know, thinking about your life in the long term. I don't know what has you in this place, Aries, that just has you maybe feeling like there's a random message coming in, maybe feeling like you made like the wrong choice or decision with something. But let's get into these cards now, Aries. For your first card, we have the Aries card, the Star card coming in. So this continues on with like the life purpose, more so is more so emphasizing, Aries, of the impact that you want to have in your life. It's almost just like you're really wanting, like, this seems to be like a cry for just like some type of wish fulfillment, a cry for some type of blessing, something to really just alter your life in a big way that kind of relieves stress from you in some type of way, right? With the Star card, it talks about that wish fulfillment, that cleansing of some sort. So maybe, Aries, you're just in this place of like, you're close to giving up or you want to give up, and you're just like, I don't know. For some of you, I just keep on hearing like you're feeling a little bit hopeless, maybe losing a little bit of faith, and hopefully I can give you a little bit of faith in this reading. We have King of Swords coming in. So this is an energy of keeping your head in check, Aries. Make sure, I don't know if my camera is like smudged right now. I apologize, Aries. When you have this energy, I kind of getting in the sense of keep your head on your shoulders, Aries. Make sure that you're coming from a mature, balanced place. When you say something, make sure you think your words over first before you vocalize it perhaps to people in your life, or even when it comes to like decisions in your life. Make sure it's not like a manic decision in your life, Aries. Make sure you think it through. And then for your third card, we have the Ten of Pentacles coming in, following you in this reading. So again, more so adding just emphasis on just like, you're really just wanting to, for some of you guys, you're searching for that financial stability, Aries. For other of you guys, you're just looking to not struggle anymore. You're just looking to have stability in your life, right? You're tired of fighting, right? You're tired of the Emperor card just pops up in my mind. So maybe you're just tired of feeling the need to lead everybody else, perhaps. or constantly just be fighting so hard, I guess. But let's start pulling some clarifiers for this reading now. We're going to start out with the Star card here, Aries, and see why this is here. The clarifiers that came out for you is the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and then the Death card. Okay. And then the overall energy does come in as the Six of Pentacles, or not the overall energy. The back of the deck energy is the Six of Pentacles. So definitely like weighing out your options, a lot of weighing things out. A lot of scales showing up in your reading, Aries. Ace of Wands is kind of seeming like it seems like this forward push in terms of like, or perhaps for some of you Aries, you've like took a risk for something, right? You took a risk for something and perhaps you put an end to some type of cycle because you're just trying to search for a change, right? Because you're trying to overall reach for some type of wish fulfillment. It's almost just like by any means necessary, you will go forward with something to and let go what it is that you need to let go of. This is really just kind of like an energy, Aries, of where it's just like you have nothing left to lose. Which isn't a bad energy per se, Aries. It just kind of like, I don't know, there seems to be like this underlying theme of, I don't want to say desperate, because that adds such a negative connotation, but maybe for some of you Aries, you just feel desperate for a change. You feel desperate to just have things feel balanced out again, rather than constantly fighting for things to work out. Perhaps. I do want to get some clarifiers though for you in this actually. Why do we have this Death card here? I'm figuring that out. That's where it's kind of like making me raise an eyebrow. It's just like, oh, did Aries like close off some type of cycle? Three of Wands follows you again. Knight of Pentacles and the Magician. Okay, so it's almost just like Aries, what I'm getting from this is kind of like putting an end or something that maybe some of you guys won't resonate with this, Aries, but it's like this kind of seems to be heavily focused on like those Aries that have been trying to feed a bunch of energy into a project that just wasn't hasn't paid out yet. And maybe there's like a little bit of regret perhaps behind sinking so much energy into this new project of sorts, right? You were maybe like so gung-ho about making something work that you were just so insistent on it, you weren't considering anything else. And it's because of that though, you're finally getting to this point of where you kind of are realizing that you might have to just like fold on something, right? You're gonna have to like call something, like acknowledge something as like a failure and allow it to teach you something and kind of like go back to the drawing board perhaps. Knight of Pentacles and the Magician card come in as well. So maybe going back to the drawing board, figuring something else out that you want to do, something more practical is something that I'm hearing for some of you Aries. For other Aries, they could just be more so relevant towards you know, when you have this Eight of Cups talking, like, I can't help but reference, if it is possible for some of you Aries, just to go back to what you are used to doing and seeing from, like, going back to square, that's what I'm getting, not going back to what it is that you used to be doing, well, maybe for some of you Aries, but it's like going back to square one and seeing from there, from that point of view, where, like, being like, okay, like, what else can I do? What else can I like potentially elevate? See what your options are perhaps and go a different route from there. But I can't help but feel like you need to go back to some type of original perspective with something, Aries. Now let's see what's going on here with this King of Swords for you. We have the Two of Swords, the Chariot card, and the Six of Swords. In the back of the deck energy is the Knight of Pentacles again for you. So this is in regards to what I was kind of hinting at before. Whenever you make decisions or whenever you choose to go somewhere again, think it through, right? We have the Two of Swords coming in where it's talking about that fork in the road, a decision needing to be made, kind of like figuring out which path you want to take. Again, I'm just going to keep on repeating myself when it comes to this King of Swords, just like making sure you're coming from an extremely level-headed place. Make sure you're not too caught up in your emotions when you make decisions or you just speak things out into the world, Aries, or towards people. You have the Chariot card, so more so, I can't help but just constantly getting Aries. A lot of you guys are just wanting to reevaluate what it is that you're doing, and like, yeah, it's like you're almost like really in your head, Aries, right? You were on your stride for a minute there, for a while, Aries, and for some of you guys, I'm getting in this reading where it's like something's kind of like put a bump in the road. Something with the Six of Swords is making you kind of like, it's almost like you don't want to go back to the drawing board. For some of you guys, me saying like, oh, go back to square one, you're kind of shuddering at the thought, because it's just like you don't want to be seen as like a failure, or you don't want to regress in life. But honestly, it seems like, I don't know, just don't stop being so hard on yourself. So let's take out the filter. Let's take out pride, Aries. Let's take out pride. Let's take out ego. And let's just look at this objectively. What did you learn from this situation, right? That just may not be panning out in the way that you'd hope. What could you learn from it? And then if you could learn something from it, you're not a failure, because you gathered information, so then you can make a better decision in the future, right? For your future path. But I don't know, I just can't help but feel like pride almost is like keeping some of you, Aries, from willing to just fold your cards and like learning when to call something quits. We're already pulling clarifiers though for your 10 of Pentacles coming in for your third row, Aries. And the cards that I pulled for you were the Tower card. Suspected this. The Hanged Man, I kept seeing this coming up for you as well. And the Queen of Swords. This is where it's kind of heavy, Aries. I can't help but feel like when it's encompassing this 10 of Pentacles energy, it does kind of feel like you need to like do away with something. Like it just is like just doing away with something. Stop trying to like I don't know. What I'm getting, Aries, is like you're feeding a bunch of energy. It's like investing a bunch of stuff into a stock that's not going to pay out. But you really want it to work because you don't want to be considered a failure. Pride is getting in the way and making you just being like, oh, if I just keep pushing it, maybe it'll work out. But it's just like Queen of Swords comes in, where it just is like, hey, you know, when to call it quits. Learn. Again, the Hanged Man talks about a different perspective, and it's attached through a tower moment. So it's truly like this push, Aries, where it's just like learn what you can from this situation and just move on, right? Move on from it. Three of Pentacles or Wands follows you again in this reading. Oh, y'all really have gotten in your head, Aries, about this situation. And I guess it's easy for me to say, right, because I'm not the one emotionally involved or financially involved or whatever way you're involved in this, Aries, but it does seem to be like a calling of whatever whether it's a person, project, job, whatever it is. It does seem to be for the betterment of, like, if you're trying to go for 10 of Pentacles, you're trying to go for more stability, walk away from something and go back to square one and see what path to take next instead. But yeah, interesting energy. Definitely let me know what this is pertaining to, Aries. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you did enjoy this reading. And then also, I would like to ask for you to share this video with a friend if you think they might be into my messages as well. I wish you luck this week, Aries. I feel really strongly or really positive about your reading overall. Just don't let your ego get in the way. Don't be ashamed of calling something quits. Right? You're not going to be viewed as a failure. Get out of your head. But until next time, Aries, I love you so much. Bye.